The Edo State governor may be impeached by the factional members of the State House of Assembly if he does some things that the lawmakers see as constitutional violations. The state has been facing serious crisis, with the Edo Assembly being the hotbed even as the governorship election is few weeks away. The threat to impeach Obaseki was issued by the All Progressives Congress (APC) faction of the Edo State Assembly, led by Victor Edoro as their speaker. According to Edoro, who is the factional speaker, he stated that the governor should not violate the constitution by doing what is considered illegal or act seen as abuse of power. Edoro stated that if Obaseki violates the constitution or fails to carry out the resolutions made by them, then they would simply impeach him. The Edoro-led APC faction went ahead to condemn some actions taken by the Obaseki's administration. It listed some of those actions to include the destruction of the Edo State House of Assembly complex named after late leader Anthony Enahoro. The group stated that it was not safe for them to sit in the complex and make their deliberations. That is why they have to sit somewhere else to provide the Edo people with quality legislation for better governance. The Edoro-led faction also listed some other things Obaseki's administration did that it condemned in its entirety. The faction condemned the removal of some local government chairmen representing Esako East, Esako West, and Esako West. The APC faction described it as an infringement on the rights of the affected people and an abuse of office. Edoro also set up committees to investigate the matter and report back to the House. The faction adjourned to 18th of August 2020 to continue its deliberation. The situation of things in Edo State has brought serious confusion, making things to appear as if they are falling apart. Currently, Edo has two faction speakers. The first speaker, Frank Okiye, who is a member of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Okiye and his faction are recognized by Obaseki. Okiye condemned the threat to impeach Obaseki by Edoro and APC faction. Okiye added that they do not have the power to do so and their threats and resolutions should be ignored by Edo people. On the other hand, Edoro-led faction claimed to be in charge as they have the majority in the House. Out of 24 members of the Edo Assembly, the APC faction led by Edoro has 17 members. That leaves the PDP with just 7 members. If majority is anything to go by, then the APC has the majority. But Obaseki and the PDP faulted the manner the 17 APC members were inaugurated and the manner they have carried on after that. The APC faction went on to say that they have impeached the speaker, Okiye, and elected Edoro as their speaker. They sit in an unknown location to deliberate, and now they are threatening the governor with impeachment if he fails to carry out their resolutions. Well, Obaseki described Edoro and members of his faction as non-legislators of the Edo Assembly. Obaseki's media aide, Crusoe Osage, stated that the faction are simply APC supporters who sit in the living room of the APC governorship candidate, Osage Ize-Yamu, whose decisions have no effect on Governor Obaseki or Edo State in any way. By that, it means that Obaseki and his government do not in any way recognize the APC-led faction. Also, it means that the governor will not carry out the resolutions of the Edoro-led group. That will leave the APC faction with the choice to make good its threat to impeach the governor. Can they really impeach Obaseki? If they do so, will it have any effect? Those are the big questions there, many questions that are begging for answers. I think the APC group said the other time that it's a waste of time even saying they want to even go and get him impeached and all of that. And you know that if you are going to impeach anybody, or especially a governor, it takes processes, and it's not something you can just do all of a sudden like that. It does not work that way. And also, they might have genuine reasons. Of course, everybody is always right. If you have a clash with somebody, you believe that you are the one who is right, and the other person will say, oh, I'm the one who is right. So somebody is going to shed more light to all of that until they take themselves to the court. And meanwhile, we now have two factions, legislators which APC is heading one, the other one is heading one. So we don't even know who is right or who is not right, because everybody just going by the majority carry the day, the majority carry the whatever. But I'm surprised that APC is coming out again to say, oh, we want to impeach this governor, we want to do this, we want to do that. Meanwhile, forgetting that they have already said that they are not even interested in that, because of ordinarily it might not really work, from everybody's calculations. But until they get to court, the court will be able to help them to know who is right and who is wrong. Well, let's hear what people are saying. You know that a lot of people will be much interested in all of this. It's been back and forth. It is not over until it is over at the end of the day. Well, Taiwo Oluwole says the impeachment is possible. Really? And some people do not agree with Taiwo here. How? Please help us out so that we can start celebrating the housing of Obaseki soon. Senior man, can you please explain how the impeachment can work? How is it possible, Oga? People are asking this Taiwo, and he didn't reply to them or respond to them. Another says that the kind of impeachment can only work in Banana Republic. The impeachment saga is dead on arrival. Obaseki should just concentrate. God is on his side. This Edoro is actually a joker by contemplating on impeaching the governor. Is there no law in this country anymore? Oshomole denied you the opportunity as a speaker, and you think you can come back through the back door. What a desperate man. The Oshomole lawmakers are a bunch of jokers. It is funny to hear them talking of impeachment, even when they are not inaugurated legally. I pity Edoro, whom Oshomole used and dumped only to be resurrected by the Oshomole for political gain. Okay, this is on video. OPC can never learn. I think they have the same blood running from north. Okay. They know Obaseki will win the election. That is why they are eager to impeach him. It will not work. Edolites have decided. They have decided though, and there's nothing anybody can do about it, according to another concerned Nigerian. APC have already know that no way for them for Edo State. That is why they are using intimidation to get it by all costs. But God pass all of them. They should go and sit in Oshomole chamber and process Obaseki impeachment. APC are acting like a coward. Let him go. Contrary to the law, then he will know he can be impeached by the legislative arms of governments controlled by the APC legislators. Okay. They can't impeach the governor because they are not recognized by law. And as far as the law is concerned, they are occupying non-existent seats long declared vacant. Stop the grammar. Impeachment is possible. They can hold plenary where they like in Benin. So guys, let us hear your opinion. We have seen a lot of lawyers, or we've heard from a lot of lawyers who know the best, but we don't know what you think about this whole thing, whether it's possible for him to be impeached, because there's this back and forth whether it is possible or not. But what do you think as a person? Leave your comments below, please, respectfully, in the comment section. Thank you very much for always being there. Bye.